Hello students, in the last lecture we discussed a basic problem on piecemeal distribution using the surplus capital method. Today we will be discussing another problem on piecemeal distribution using the maximum loss method. So take a look at the problem. X, Y and Z are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. Their balance sheet on 31st March 2019 is as follows. See the balance sheet. On the liabilities side, we can see the capitals of X, Y and Z. X is having a capital of 75,000, Y is having a capital of 45,000 and Z is having a capital of 30,000. Besides that, there are also creditors for 60,000 and Y's loan for 12,000. On the asset side, we are having plant and machinery at 75,000, land and building at 80,000, stock at 20,000 and debtors at 47,000. The total of both the sides of balance sheet comes to 2,22,000. On 31st March 2019, they decided to dissolve the partnership firm and repay the amount due to the partners as and when the assets were realized. So let us take a look at the realizations. Three realizations are happening. First realization is for 45,000, second realization is for 1 lakh and third realization is for 60,000 rupees. Now what we need to do is we need to prepare a statement showing how the distribution of the cash will be made using the maximum loss method. So just like the last problem, we will also make a similar statement here, statement showing distribution of cash using maximum loss method. So first of all, we will write the balances, and again before we write the balances, look at the format. The first is the creditors, then the Y's loan and then the capital. Why is it so? Because we have discussed in the last lecture also, this is the preference of payment. Okay, just let us take a quick recap. See, the first payment will be made to external liabilities. So here external liabilities are the creditors. First payment will be made to the creditors. Second payment will be made towards the partner's loan. So the second payment will be made to Y's loan, and later on if any amount remains, that amount will be used for paying the partners. So later on this amount we will pay to the partners, that is in the ratio 5:3:2. So now we will write the balances brought down. Okay, so balances are: creditors are for 60,000, so for creditors I will write 60,000. Y's loan is for 12,000, so Y's loan I will write 12,000, and the capital balances of X, Y, Z are 75,000, 45,000 and 30,000. So 75,000, 45,000 and 30,000. So after writing down the balances, now let us start with the main problem. The first realization happens for rupees 45,000. So we will write down first realization. How much is the amount? 45,000. Okay, the first realization happens for 45,000 and the first preference of this amount will be towards creditors. Now can we pay the entire amount of creditors using this money? No, this is not sufficient to pay off all the creditors. So whatever is this amount, this will entirely be used for payment of creditors. So I will write less payment to creditors and minus 45,000. This amount will be entirely used here minus 45,000. This amount will be entirely used here minus 45,000. So now take the balance. The balance will be, there will be 0 here. For creditors 15,000 will remain. For Y's loan 12,000. For X 75,000. Y 45,000 and Z 30,000. So this is the balance after first realization. Okay, the balance after first realization. I will just put it in bold. Now after first realization, now second realization we will write down. Second realization. Okay, for how much is the second realization happening? It's happening for rupees 1 lakh. 1 lakh are realized in the second installment, so we will just write down 1 lakh over here. Now first of all, we will use this 1 lakh to pay the external liabilities and the loan from partners. So first of all, I will write less payment to creditors and Y's loan. Okay, so we will first pay off creditors and Y's loan amount. So how much it comes? 15,000 plus 12,000, it comes to 27,000. So we will write down minus 27,000 here. From here we will reduce 15,000. From here we will reduce 12,000. Here nothing we will write. Now just reduce this from 27,000 and we will get, let us open calculator first. Okay, from 1 lakh reduce 27,000, 1 lakhs minus 27,000, we will get 73,000 here. Okay, 73,000. Then from 15,000, 15,000 is less, it will be 0. This will also become 0. Here will be 75,000, 45,000 and 30,000. So now we have utilized the realization money to pay all the external creditors and the loan of partners. Now whatever the money we are left with will be utilized to pay the partners in their capital sharing or profit sharing ratio. So what we will do here is, now the method which we are following here is the maximum loss method. So first of all we will need to calculate the maximum loss. So how we will calculate the maximum loss? So write down here total amount to be paid to the partners. How much is the total amount? 75,000 is for X, 45,000 is for Y and 30,000 is for Z. So total amount, just take total 75,000 plus 45,000 plus 30,000, it comes to 1,50,000. That is the total amount to be paid. So total amount to be paid is 1,50,000. Okay, now how much money we are having with us? Are we having 1,50,000? No, we are having only 73,000. So money available, yeah, I will not write money, funds available. How much funds we are having? We are having 73,000. So maximum loss will be, how much loss we are suffering? 1,50,000 minus 73,000. So 1,50,000 minus 73,000, it comes to 77,000. Okay, so maximum loss what we are suffering is 77,000. Now this maximum loss of 77,000 needs to be distributed amongst the partners in their profit sharing ratio. So how it will be done? You just take 77,000. What is the ratio? 5:3:2. So 77,000 into 5 by 10, you will get 38,500. So 38,500. We are distributing maximum loss among the partners. Okay, so 77,000 multiplied by 3 divided by 10 for Y, it will come to 23,100, and for Z 77,000 multiplied by 2 divided by 10, it will come to 15,400. Okay, so this is the maximum loss which we can distribute amongst the partners. Now what we will do is we will reduce the total amount from maximum loss. Now after distributing the maximum loss, what we will do next is we will find out the balance. How we will find out the balance? Balance will be 75,000 minus 38,500 for X. For Y it will be 45,000 minus 23,100, and for Z it will be 30,000 minus 15,400. So let us find out the balance. 75,000 minus 38,500 gives us 36,500. 45,000 minus 23,100 gives us 21,900. And 30,000 minus 15,400 gives us 14,600. Now after adjusting for the maximum loss, we get a balance amount, and this is nothing but balance which can be distributed amongst the partners. Okay, this is nothing but the balance which can be distributed amongst the partners. Now if you take the total of these three amounts, it will automatically come to 73,000. Let us check it. 36,500 plus 21,900 plus 14,600, it comes to 73,000. So this 73,000 can be distributed amongst partners in this ratio. Okay, so now we have distributed this 73,000 among partners in this ratio. We have made payment to partners in this ratio. So what will be the remaining balance with them? Now we will need to write balance after second realization. Balance after second realization. Now what two amounts we will minus? We will minus this amount and this amount. Okay, this was the original balance, and from that we will minus 36,500. So what we get? 75,000 minus 36,500, 38,500. Then similarly 45,000 minus 21,900, we get 23,100, and finally 30,000 minus 14,600, we get 15,400. So this is the balance remaining to be paid to the partners after the second realization. Now the third realization we will write down. Third realization. Okay, So what is the amount of third realization? It is 60,000 rupees. So we will write third realization 60,000 rupees. Now again, for this 60,000, same methodology we will follow. We will first of all find out total amount due or to be paid to partners. How much is the total amount to be paid now? See, 38,500 to X, 23,100 to Y, and 15,400 to Z. So we will just take total 38,500 plus 23,100 plus 15,400. It comes to 77,000. So 77,000 is the total amount to be paid. Not right here, we'll write it in the inner column. 77,000. How much funds we are having? Funds available are 60,000 only. So how much is the loss here? Maximum loss is 60,000 will be reduced from 77,000. So 17,000 is the maximum loss. Now this maximum loss of 17,000 will be distributed amongst the partners in their ratio 5:3:2. So we will start with the distribution. Take a calculator. 17,000 multiplied by 5 divided by 10. For X it will come to 8,500. Okay. For Y, 17,000 multiplied by 3 divided by 10, 5,100. So 5,100 we will write for Y, and for Z it is 17,000 into 2 divided by 10, that is 3,400. So 3,400 we will write here. Okay, so this is the maximum loss, and this loss needs to be deducted from the balance, and we will get balance which can be distributed amongst the partner. It comes to 38,500 minus 8,500 is 30,000. 23,100 minus 5,100, 18,000, and 15,400 minus 3,400, it comes to 12,000. So this much balance can be distributed amongst the partners. Let us take the total of this. 30,000 plus 18,000 plus 12,000, it will come to 60,000. That is the amount of funds which we are having. Okay, so this 60,000 will be distributed in this ratio. So minus 60,000 here, 60,000 is distributed in this ratio. So how much balance we get? How to calculate balance? We will subtract 30,000 from the balance after second realization, that is 38,500. So 38,500 minus 30,000, we are getting 8,500. 23,100 minus 18,000 will get 5,100, and 15,400 minus 12,000 we will get 3,400. So this is nothing but loss on realization. Okay, this is nothing but loss on realization. This is the money which is not being paid to the partners. So now we will check whether the sum which we have made is right or wrong. First of all, we will take the total here. Loss on realization, total loss on realization, not loss. I'll write total loss on realization, which comes to 8,500 plus 5,100 plus 3,400, that is 17,000 is the total loss on realization. Now let us check whether the answer is correct or not. the total of the asset side and liability side in the balance sheet is 2,22,000. So we will write 2,22,000 over here. Okay, 2,22,000 is the total amount of assets and liabilities. How much is the total realization? See, 45,000 plus 1 lakh plus 60,000. So it comes to 1 lakh 60 and 45 comes to 2,05,000 rupees. Okay, take a total, it will come to 2,05,000 rupees. So we will reduce this 2,05,000 rupees from 2,22,000. 2,22,000 minus 2,05,000, and we will get 17,000 as the answer. So 17,000 is matching the total loss on realization. Hence our problem on piecemeal distribution using the maximum loss method is correct. So this brings us to the end of the second problem. Now we have discussed both methods, the surplus capital method as well as the maximum loss method. Thank you.